So today I was watching Cynthia G, and she was talking about how there's been an uptick in crime, specifically race-related incidents when it comes to African American women and white men. I remember one particular story where a African American woman was in a Kroger, and she just asked a man how to make pumpkin pie. And he got agitated. And then a couple of minutes later, he came back and just began to beat her face in. There was another story about a black woman just standing in the gas station minding her own business. And here comes some white guys who just call her a nigger and tell her, hey, we could kill you. These incidents are spiking all over the country since Trump was elected. And they're not going to get any better. So what I have in front of you is what I call my noisy cricket, my get the fuck off me gun. This gun, if you listen to people on the internet, including myself, they will all tell you, 99% of them will tell you it's a very, very reliable gun. Now, where the problem comes in is caliber. It's a .22. And for most people, that's totally unacceptable. For most people, especially on the internet and the internet warriors, they're more interested in the one shot, one kill mentality, or there's not enough firepower in that gun to save your life, or any host of reasons why they wouldn't use this as self-defense. But you have to understand, this is not a gun that you're trying to use to kill somebody. This is a get the fuck off me gun. And this, for a lot of people, especially smaller framed African American women or any minority, is also a gun that you would consider one that you wouldn't forget. It's small. It's compact. It's barely, look at my hand, make it disappear. It's super small. Super small. And because of that, you're more liable to carry it with you everywhere you go. Because there's absolutely no reason to have a gun for self-protection if you're just going to leave it at home because it's too bulky. Give you an example. This is my carry gun. Well, one of them anyway. This is a Taurus PTA 45. Shoots 45 caliber. I'm a big guy. I can carry this. Doesn't bother me. But if you look at this, you see the difference. There is no way you're going to get all that gun in your purse or whatever you might carry. Even the old funky, trusty High Point is way too big. It just swallows this gun. The only thing this gun is going to lack for a person who's just looking to defend themselves is, if you're into it, capacity. It only has 10 rounds. But it really makes up for it in loud. And I've had this gun, this particular gun, only for a couple of months, but it's my second one. And the reason why I have a second one is because my old lady went to the range with me, picked my other gun up, shot it, and immediately took possession. I haven't seen it since. She carried it with her everywhere. It's always in her back pocket or in her bag. It's always somewhere. She's protected. See, because in this internet community, people think every time you pull a gun, every time you're in trouble, you must kill somebody. They have this warrior mentality that makes absolutely no sense. First of all, you're not a police officer, so you don't have to stay on scene. You don't have to stop a crime. This is just to protect yourself. If you're a soldier in the army and you're getting overrun by bad guys, You don't have to sit there and just keep fighting until you're dead. You can actually retreat. This is a good, get the fuck off me, I'm retreating gun. If you use the right ammo, it can be a real good gun for even killing people. If, you put enough into them. I mean, I don't care if you are a big guy. If you get shot in the face, necks, naughty parts, there's a good possibility you might come out of it without a testicle. I mean, that's just the way it is. Depending on the woman, she could put this someplace you don't really want it to go. But my point being that this is a gun you will carry with you everywhere. Even if you go out and get, say, a bigger gun, or even a halfway bigger gun. This is a decent sized gun. This is my old lady's last gun. Now, that's a small gun. That's a Burson 380. It's a small gun. But still, in comparison, it's a lot larger. This right here is perfect. And here's the best price. I'm sorry, not price, but actually it is the best price. But here's the best part of the whole thing. It's $118. Right now on Buds, it's $118. It's even lower than a High Point. Now, I wouldn't use this for home protection. Okay, I'm not telling you to put your family's life in danger. Well, not so much danger, but because you have the option to have something bigger at home, just in case you don't feel like carrying a really big gun, I would not use this as my primary source for home defense. Even though I'm gonna be honest with you, if you peel off about 5 shots, 9 times out of 10 they're just gonna run. But if you really want to feel protected in the house, I would go ahead and get the High Point 995 or a shotgun. I'm not a real big believer in shotguns. I think they're overplayed. I think, honestly, you squeeze a round off inside a closed door from a shotgun. It's going to be so loud, it's going to probably disorient you, and you're not going to get another shot on target. Especially if you're a small person. I mean, there's just too many things that are going on with that shotgun when you pull the trigger inside. No earplugs, the flash, everything. Where I would say that it would be much better to get a High Point 9mm carbine, put a red dot on it. But that's another story. Anyway, bottom line, this is $118. The one that the old lady uses, she's had for a year. She's put, I'd say, a good 1,000, 2,000 rounds through it. And it's never misfired. It's never had a hiccup. But then again, the second point to all this is the parts. You can get a recoil spring 4 in a bag for this gun for $6. So even if you wear the recoil spring out from using semi-high velocity rounds, you just replace it and you still have 3 more. Most of these parts on here are cheap, and they should be. It's a 22. It's not like you're shooting 45 plus P plus or anything of that nature. You're just shooting a 22. I normally shoot regular old standard black ammo when I'm at the range, but when I carry this as a mouse gun, I put stingers in it. I'm gonna tell you why I do it. I don't know if you know anything about guns, but if you've ever seen the flame come out at the end of a Mosin Nagant when you shoot it, it's beautiful, but it's also scary. When I shoot those stingers out of that gun, I get a flame ball about the size of a football. It's loud. And it's very controllable, but it's loud. And that's what you want. You want shock. You want awe. You want, oh my God, I'm being shot at. Somebody's shooting. Let me get the heck out of here. That's what you want. You want fear. You want to invoke fight or flight, and you want them to fly away. You can hold this in your hand as people are walking up to you and they'll never see it. In the moment you flash it, 99% of the time, somebody's going to run. And if you have to pull the trigger, it will be loud enough to make a person's adrenaline pump, and they're not going to run towards you. But if they do, shoot them in the testicles, in the conversation, or in the face. Who cares? In the chest 10 times real quick. It doesn't matter. If you're going to die, then you have the right to defend yourself. But in reality, most times when you pull a gun, people run. 90% of the time when you hear a gunshot, the first thing you do is want to go in the other direction. There's very few people who want to know where it came from. And that's just your regular everyday person. Most people don't even want to go in the direction of a gunshot. So, here's what I'm saying. Minorities, it's going to get bad. We need to gun up. We need to gun up. We need to protect ourselves. I understand as of a week and a half ago after Trump's election, gun sales in minority communities have skyrocketed. Now, I'm sure that's some of it is being overplayed and some of it might not be. I don't know. I bought one. I'm buying guns all the time. I'm sure they're counting me. Well, not all the time, but I'm buying a lot of guns. I consistently buy guns because you never know. I mean, one day I might have to arm some people. That's the way they're making this seem. So if you have nothing, or you have something that's too big, your husband's got a big 38 or a 357, or you don't have anything but a baseball bat and some chewing gum, there you go. It is definitely 100% better than your mouth and a bad attitude. It will make noise. It'll make a hole. It'll make 10 holes really quick. And you can control it. And because a lot of us live in urban areas, and we all know the truth, there is no such thing as a gun range in our area. But when you're using a gun like this, you can go to the store and buy you a BB gun and practice shooting. And you're pretty much getting about the same amount of kick as you would from this. When you step up to things like 380s and 9mm and 45s, that BB gun is going to seem, well, it's not going to seem, it is, it's inadequate. But when you're shooting a gun that shoots as light as this, hey, all you want to do is get them the hell off of you. You want to live. And all you brothers out there, it might be a mouse gun, but it's a gun. $118. It's my backup gun. And when summer comes around again, it's going to be my in the shorts walking down the street gun. So, give it some thought. Phoenix Arms, HP 22. Awesome. Throw some stingers in there, some velocilators. You'll feel a lot safer. A lot safer. Trust me. And feeling safe is a lot closer to actually being safe because no longer are you walking like a victim. You're not acting like a victim. You're protected. Keep it in mind. Thank you.